How's it going, everyone? If you enjoy my videos, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, as doing all of these things helps these videos out with the YouTube algorithm. In this video, I'll be continuing north on the Mile Road series. 12 Mile is one of the major east-west thoroughfares in the Metro Detroit area. The way the road system is designed is that, starting with 8 Mile, there's a pattern of a major east-west thoroughfare through the metro area heading north every 4 miles. 8 Mile, 12 Mile, 16 Mile or Metro Parkway, and 20 Mile or Hull Road are all considered to be major thoroughfares. Nonetheless, here is 12 Mile in its entirety. If you are unfamiliar with my videos, I do speed up my videos in order to show more in a less amount of time. You can always keep up with the real time that it takes me to drive in the lower left corner of the screen. 12 Mile begins in St. Clair Shores, which is home to 59,000 people, down from a peak population of 88,000 back in 1970. The median household income in the Shores is $58,000 per year. 25% of adults 25 and older hold at least a bachelor's degree, and 8% of the population lives in poverty. The crime rates here are below average, and the public schools perform above average. The median value of owner-occupied housing is $125,000, which makes St. Clair Shores one of the better affordable suburbs to live in. You're also going to get more bang for your buck, so if you're the type to take a photo of your new house and brag about it to your Instagram followers and Facebook friends, you might find a really good photogenic home in the Shores for cheap. If you do that though, just make sure to cover up that address number on the front of the house to protect your privacy from all the creeps online. Make sure to drop a like for that amazing insight. Given its close proximity to Detroit and the Grosse Pointe area, St. Clair Shores is one of the first suburbs that not only Detroit saw, but also one of the first suburbs to pop up in the entire country. Growth first started to happen here in the early 1950s, which is when Detroit was the nation's 5th largest city. All of that means that the housing stock here is older and that the city has a grid street pattern, which might contribute to the lower housing costs when compared to newer or trendier suburbs. Roseville is another older suburb, as many of the homes were built in the 1950s and 60s. 47,000 people live here, which is down from a 1970 peak population of 60,500. The median household income in Roseville is $43,000 per year, and 17% of the residents live in poverty. The crime rates are just a hair above average, and that's not a bad thing. The public schools rate around average as well. The median owner-occupied housing value here is $79,000. It's a suburb that is generally safe and has affordable housing if those are the main things that you're looking for. Warren is Michigan's third largest city and Detroit's biggest suburb in terms of population. Well, for the moment it is anyway, as neighboring suburb to the north, Sterling Heights, is about to take the bronze medal away from Warren. Today, Warren is home to 133,000 residents. The median household income here is $47,000 and 20% of the residents are living in poverty. The crime stats here are above average, but it's still generally a safe suburb to live in. The violent crime rate here is 509 for every 100,000 residents, but the property crime rate is below average. 18% of the residents here are living in poverty, and 18% of adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher. The public schools here perform average as well. Make sure to drop a like for that amazing insight. You can summarize Warren up by labeling it as a middle-class, blue-collar suburb. General Motors and Chrysler are big employers as they have different types of facilities in the city. The General Motors Tech Center is a massive facility located directly on the right. This facility has been the center of GM's engineering since 1956. So when you think about how all of the GM model vehicles have basically the same interiors, those ideas have been put together by these geniuses right here. This video was filmed during the pandemic, and to the right is Warren Mott High School. The traffic jam is due to a drive-by style graduation, and if you look at the date that I beautifully placed in the bottom left corner of the screen because I'm a great video editor, that should make sense. Warren Mott is home to the Marauders. Madison Heights is home to 30,000 residents, which is down from a 1970 peak population of 38,000. The median household income here is $50,000 per year, and 17% of the residents are living in poverty. 23% of adults 25 and older have at least a bachelor's degree, and the crime rates are below average. The median value of owner-occupied housing is $110,000. Make sure to drop a like for that amazing insight. We are now in Royal Oak, which is home to 59,000 residents, and that's down from a 1970 peak population of 86,000. In the last decade or so, Royal Oak has become a major hotspot for real estate. Young professionals have been swapping up condos and remodeled older homes here. Downtown Royal Oak offers an entertaining nightlife as well. The median household income here is $78,000 per year. 56% of adults 25 and older have a bachelor's degree or higher. The crime rates here are basically non-existent. Obviously, crime does happen here, as it does everywhere, but it happens here very rarely. The public schools perform above average, and the median value of owner-occupied units is $210,000. The biggest negative on Royal Oak is the cost of living for the area, as it's not only the housing costs per square foot that are higher, but taxes here are also higher than other nearby suburbs. We are now in Berkeley, which is another trendy and slightly more expensive suburb to live in. Many of the homes here are older but have been remodeled by investors in recent years. 12 Mile is basically the main street for Berkeley, and unfortunately up ahead, the road is closed, so I'll have to take a detour. Anyway, Berkeley is home to 15,000 residents, which is down from a 1960 peak population of 23,000. The median household income here is $82,000 per year, and the median value of owner-occupied housing units is $188,000. 52% of adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher. Berkeley is a really good place to buy a home if you're okay with the higher than average housing costs for the area, but at least it's less expensive than Royal Oak and you can still enjoy the same amenities that Royal Oak residents enjoy. Make sure to drop a like for that amazing insight. Southfield is mainly known for being a city that people work and commute to, as it has a presence of over 100 Fortune 500 companies located within the city. People live here too, though, of course, as it's home to 73,000 residents. The median household income in Southfield is $54,000, and 11% of the residents live in poverty. The crime rates are below average as well. Not a bad place to live if you work at one of the over 30,000 office jobs within the city. The biggest downside is that the public schools in Southfield perform at a below average rate. To the left is Lathrup VIllage, as it's home to 4,100 people. Lathrup VIllage is a city that is entirely surrounded by the city limits of Southfield. The village has below average crime rates, and the suburb mostly reflects that of the residential aspect of Southfield. Farmington Hills is home to 80,000 residents and has a median household income of $81,000 per year. The crime rates are very low and the median owner-occupied housing unit value is $248,000 per year. 54% of adults 25 and older hold at least a bachelor's degree, and the public schools here are some of the best in the state. The population is diverse here as well. Make sure to drop a like for that amazing insight. Farmington Hills has ranked as one of the safest cities in the United States for basically its entire existence as a suburb. Among the most well-known people from Farmington Hills is the former CEO of Microsoft and now owner of the NBA's LA Clippers, Steve Ballmer. Novi is an even more affluent suburb than Farmington Hills, as Novi is home to 61,000 residents and has a median household income of $92,000. 60% of adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher, and the median value of owner-occupied housing units is $309,000. Make sure to drop a like for that amazing insight. To the left is the 12 Oaks Mall. You can find just about any retail store in the mall. If the retail store that you're looking for isn't in the mall itself, then it's more than likely located on the other side of Novi Road or on the other side of I-96. Novi is a regional suburban shopping hub, and just like how Southfield is known for its office jobs, Novi is known for its shopping more than anything else. Well, that's about it for this video. If you enjoy my videos, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, as doing all of that helps these videos out with the YouTube algorithm. Make sure that you also check out my other videos going through areas throughout Metro Detroit, as if you liked this video, you'll most likely enjoy the other videos that I've made on the area as well. We'll see you next time. Peace!